Who's sniffing my beans? Who's sniffing my beans? That's so rude. Also, hi, Ethan. Welcome. And Teddy, thank you so much for the 4 months. Yeah, 4 months! Yippee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi. How have you guys been? I hope that you weren't too traumatized by Monday stream. I hope that you had a time. I don't even know if I can say it was a good time, but it was a time for sure. And I hope that you had it. Anyways, how have you guys been? How has your week been so far? It's Wednesday. It's the 28th. And that's terrifying. It was a trend on Twitter where people used 2 random emojis to say, "You sniff my beans!" I can't believe you sniff my beans. That's so mean and evil and fucked up. Mods, kill this guy, please. Kill this guy. Like, immediately, yes. But yes, as you can see, it's a tomato can, not frijoles. Well, actually, the cans contain contents, yes. The can's contents vary depending on the device you're using. The canned food is just canned food, and given that I am a very bean-centered VTuber, I am saying now it's definitely canned beans. I'm sorry, but I am always correct, and you should know that. I'm doing a last-minute artwork for a birthday stream. Let's go! Whose birthday is it? Is it your birthday? I'm so traumatized. I told Crony about the trauma. Well, I'm not vibing with the stream that Crony's doing right now. I don't really like RV there yet, so I usually just pop in and say hi and lurk in the background. We'll listen to music. It's just not a game that I've had good experiences with, but, I mean, they seem to like it, and that's cool. Either way, I am actually more terrified and more insulted at the fact that Kit forced me to actually go on a YouTube stream. Because, to be entirely honest, there's nothing more terrifying than a YouTube stream. Wait, no! Oh my god, thank god, I accidentally almost closed OBS, trying to close OpenTunes, which I accidentally opened. Boing. I love Thank Goodness You're Here. It's a funny and beautiful game. I mean, I'm not going to disagree. The game is beautifully made. I just have to wonder why. They could have made so many different types of games. How was it learning about kids in Homeland? You know, sometimes there are things that you learn about your friends that you wish had remained a secret. I think that was one of them. That scene when you're floating with a balloon is chef's kiss. Yeah, it is really pretty. I did really like it. Hello, Succubitch. Hi. How you doing? Also, let me see. Have all of those thingies have been redeemed? Yes. Good. Kitson is a poor British orphan femboy, indeed. But, you know, given his reactions to Northern England, I am now definitely assuming that he is more like a Southern boy. He's a city boy. What's your reaction to the tomato part and the milk part? Well, Hyperjack, you should watch the bots. I'm pretty sure that somebody in Kit's channel clipped the milk part. But with the tomato part, Kit didn't react to it because I think he got a raid right as the tomato part started going. But yeah, you should check the VODs. Honestly, I rewatched the VOD yesterday because I was getting some clips so that I could maybe edit the video. I think that it would make for a very good long form video. But it was fun. The fish was wonderful. Honestly, the fish with the ciggies is really funny. Oh yeah, the milk part killed me. Yeah. That was sure a British moment of all time, and sometimes I wonder if maybe I should be glad that people have not made games about Colombia. Well, Hyperjack, I am not spoiling you. You should watch the VOD. You know, it is available, and it will be uploaded to my YouTube shortly. So if you want to check it out, you know, I have a YouTube channel for my VODs, you know, here if you wanna see it, if you wanna check it out. My YouTube VOD channel is a little bit behind, but that's because I try to like time my VODs so that you have one daily. And I don't wanna run out of VODs, so sometimes I take a little break until I have enough VODs to upload. Yeah, the Thank Goodness You're Here VOD, it's already uploaded, it's already scheduled, it'll appear maybe like a week. This is my stream. My stream means that I can self-promote as much as I want because I am cute and amazing and adorable. And yes. But yeah, we've got videos programmed until the 31st. And I've got another batch of videos that I need to schedule, which we'll probably do for the start of February. Yes, yes. Blanket is adorable, so they get a pass. Yeah, I know. I am super cute and adorable and totally non-threatening. This is why you guys like talking to me, because I am such a soothing presence. Ah. Sorry about that thing. I'm eating some kiwi. This time my hydration is just eating a couple of fruits. Oh yeah, that stream was interesting. I feel really bad by having dragged Kit into such an experience, but you know what? He needed to learn about his culture. He needed to learn where he came from. And at the end of the day, what is Kit if not someone who is incredibly cultured? The kiwi skin is my favorite part. You like the fuzzy part of the kiwi? Interesting. Real question, are you a ghost or a blanket? That is the question indeed. Well. Oh, come on, it's just soul fragments. Just a little bit of your soul, not all of it. I'm not super greedy. What pussy part? The kiwi skin? The fuzzy part? No, fuzzy part. The fuzzy part of the kiwi. Fuzzy. Like the kiwi fuzz. Of course, you bitch. Have a nice day. Thank you for checking in. No, Frida, that is my kiwi! Mom. Frida's so mean and fucked up. Since you can be given legs, are you just a person under a blanket? No, the legs are retractable. Also, they're made of the horse. I mean, my legs don't really look very human to begin with. They're just two little sticks. Do you eat the kiwi with the skin or without skin? I eat it without the skin. Well, Hyperjack, get your ears checked. Because I am super say-so. Except when I'm not, then you didn't hear anything. But yeah, I like eating my kiwis without the skin. I like to skin my victims before I eat them. Also, I do have some sensory issues, so usually whenever there's like fuzz or any like little fibers in food, I want to throw up. So it's not good. I just eat it like an apple. Honestly, not the most cursed thing I've seen. I know people who eat onions like an apple. And I know people who eat potatoes like an apple. So, they're not too bad, I think. I like the texture and crisp. See, Teddy, I am the opposite. I don't like texture. I mean, I do like when a kiwi is very crisp and tangy and sour, but I don't like textured stuff. So, for example, I have said this. Have I? I don't know. You can hear it again. But I don't like stuff that has like fibers or that is fuzzy. I don't like to eat that kind of stuff. It makes my tongue feel evil. Oh! Frida, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Frida got the zoomies. But, so, Frida wants a kiwi. She might want a kiwi. She loves fruits. So for example, when I was little, I actually used to hate eating mangoes because mangoes have the little fibers. Like the pit has the little fibers. And when I got to the part with the fibers, I just I gagged at it because it felt wrong. It felt evil. But then I realized, oh, there's mangoes that don't really have the hairy pit. It's a specific type of mango. And that mango is actually my favorite type of mango because it is sour and crispy and delicious. And you can eat it with salt and with lime so that it's even more sour and crispy and delicious. And I also... different types from different places, so true. Green mangoes. Yeah, but we call them beaches here in Colombia. Thank you for the ghost party. Hopefully I don't throw up. But for example, there's also the yuca. The yuca is a vegetable that is related to the tapioca. And that also has like fibers inside of it. It's actually a very hairy fruit. It has a ton of like fibers. And it sort of looks like tree bark actually. Yeah, I don't need that. That is an evil vegetable, and I hate that it is so common here in Colombia. You guys have the little baby mangoes there? Yeah. Yeah, they're really nice. They're really delicious. They're my favorite type of mango. What about rambutan? I have never tasted rambutan because they're not super common here in Colombia. I'm pretty sure that they have to be imported. Boing. But as far as I know, isn't rambutan only hairy on the outside? So as long as I like scoop it out, it'll be good. Let's see. Another one that I don't like is the guanabana. The guanabana is a relative of the very stinky, smelly fruit, and it smells like vomit. And the inside is also fibery. It has like little fibers. And the guanabana is very nutritious, but also very smelly and very fibery and hairy, and I hate it. And even though people in my family are like, "Oh my gosh, Ghost, you should give it another chance. It is so good." Every time I try to eat it or drink the juice, I immediately gag and I immediately spit it out because I feel like I am eating hair, and I don't like eating hair. I had some last time I visited Grandma. I was importing her local groceries. Yeah, sometimes my dad brings imported stuff and I like it. I don't mind smelly fruits. I do mind it a lot. Because I have sensory processing disorder. I have the one that makes all of your senses way higher than they should. So anything that is like mildly uncomfortable for you is amplified tenfold for me. For example, I have to test the texture of fabrics for clothes and stuff because they're bad. Fabric sometimes can be evil. And I don't like when my clothes are evil. I mean, I guess it also comes to know that since I have eczema, I also get friction rashes really, really easily. So I also have to be careful because of that. But you know, actually, fun fact. Before I was medicated, my sensory processing disorder got so bad that I actually started getting migraines from smelling minty fresh breath. Like from smelling toothpaste, I actually got really bad nausea and headaches, and I had to go to my doctor. Because, of course, usually when you smell clean, when you smell like good, it's better that when you don't wash your teeth, when you don't brush your teeth and they're smelly. But, yeah, I steer away from the perfume department because depending on how strong it is, it actually makes me nauseous, and on the worst parts, it really gives me really bad migraines, and I physically have to stop myself from throwing up. But yeah, before I was medicated, it had gotten really bad because of course I had to be besides people. On my classes, you usually have to sit around people. And usually people brush their teeth. No, Frida, that kiwi's mine. Usually people brush their teeth and take showers and use deodorant. And that should usually be a good thing. Your brain should usually be like, okay, yeah, things don't smell bad. That's good. Yeah, no, my brain was like, okay, so I know that this is a good smell, but it is way too strong, so we are going to give you headaches now. And eventually my sense of smell got so strong that I can actually smell skin. Skin has a very specific smell, guys. I actually made a mini webcomic about it. It's still published on Webtoon. Never to be updated again. You would have seen actually beta Hugo in there. Like Hugo when I was a teenager. But yeah. My senses are very sensitive, so a ton of stuff is just evil in my brain, and my brain hates it. So I tend to steer away from a lot of stuff just based on texture or smell or vibes. So yeah. That's why I wouldn't eat the kiwi skin. I do think that it is very nice to feel. Kiwi skin is very soft and nice, but I wouldn't put it in my mouth. And I think that is a very common sentiment. As for other stuff that my brain finds very evil and fucked up, I don't like new towels. I don't like it when towels are new and they're soft and they're kind of sticky. I like peach skin more than kiwi. Peach skin I can tolerate actually. Peach fuzz I can actually tolerate more than kiwi fuzz. That is, I can actually eat the peach skin. But it also does feel weird. It still feels wrong, but I can tolerate that. Also, Teddy, that is actually very common with children. Usually when you're a child, your senses are still developing, so sometimes they're more sensitive than usual. When I was a child, that was a very big problem because I used to have breakdowns very regularly at school. And since I was not diagnosed, people thought that I was just a stupid crybaby that cried for nothing, and I got bullied a lot because of it. Yippee! It's okay. I monetize my trauma for content now. But yeah, peach is kind of funny because it has a very specific texture that no other fruit has. For example, kiwi has a soft texture that is when you have a soft strawberry. Of course, the taste is different, but it feels a little bit like a strawberry that is a little bit too mature. It's starting to soften and stuff. But peach texture, it's it's a different level. I think that peaches, passion fruits, and prunes have this very specific texture. Their flesh is very fleshy. I don't know if you guys get it, but they have a very specific flesh texture that is different from other fruits. Also, since you guys know that I have hypoglycemia, so I have to like have little snacks in between the day. Usually, to not interrupt classes, I would usually just eat like prunes, but not the pruned up ones, because I'm pretty sure that prunes are the ones that are already dried up. I'm talking about the one that is still fresh and fleshy and nice. The thing is that the problem is that Colombia has so much fruits. It has so many fruits. But I don't know if I know all of the names of the fruits in all of the names of the fruits in English. But ciruela. What is the ciruela in English? Boom. Ciruela in English is plum. Oh, there we go. It's plum, not prune. Is that why you're so fruity? Yeah, I'm totally. I am super fruity. Haven't you seen my tropical ghost Hawaiian t-shirt? It's so cool. It's so amazing. Let me just get the picture in here. Image. What image do I have in here? It seems that it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll put the ghost Hawaiian shirt on screen very shortly. Boing 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 boing. I don't have the shirt, but I still have the pattern. Look. This is actually the pattern for my Hawaiian ghost shirt. A shirt that I used to sell back when I had a shop. And as you can see, I am super fruity. I have all of the fruits in the universe. Fashion. Yeah, actually clothes design can be like really fun and cute if you stop feeling ashamed of being silly. Because I like my clothes to be a little bit silly. And I was able to do the shirt for a class, and that was really nice because I was able to get silly with it. Yeah, I'm very fruity. In fact, for a specific secret project that I am not going to reveal, I actually am modeling Hugo's outfit after an Oragni or a Mandarin. I still don't know which one. I like both. But I do really enjoy fruits. You guys already know that my favorite fruit is the lime. I love limes. I would eat a lime if I were ever given the opportunity, which I have, and it was delicious. And it was really funny because it was supposed to be like a subathon punishment wheel thing, but that's not a punishment, that's a reward. I love eating limes. I love drinking lime juice. I love drinking limeade. I love eating it without the skin. I love scraping the rind and using it on the shirts. It's just delish. But you know, as much as I do think that I have tasted a lot of fruits, probably more fruits than a ton of people because I live in a very tropical country that has a ton of different fruits. I do believe that my fruit knowledge could use a little bit more sprucing up. Maybe one day when I earn like a ton of money, I'll be able to go to another place or import some fruits and be like, hey, I want every fruit in the entire universe. We usually have lime with the rice dishes when it's out of juice. You eat the fruit. Delicious. That sounds so yummy. Fun fact, when I was in Canada, my roommates, which were from India, were very curious about how here in Colombia, apparently we use a ton of limes. Our cooking is apparently very sour to them, compared to their cooking to me, which was obviously spicy. And one of my roommates, he spotted me making some limeade for myself because you know I like that. It is one of my favorite drinks. And he was like, "Hey, are you like on a diet or something? Because that's weird. Like nobody drinks like the lime juice the watered down lime juice, aka limeade. Are you like on a diet? Is this like something special that you're doing? And I'm like, no, I just do it for the love of the game. Oh my god. Wait, where are you from, Mudgy, if you don't mind me asking? But yeah, sparkling lime juice sounds so good. Sparkling lime soda, delicious. That's actually super delish, and I am jealous. I mean, maybe if I like look around enough, I will find it. But it would be like a specialty fancy drink. Or maybe if I just get some sparkling water, then I use the sparkling water to make my limeade. Maybe I'll get something similar. The problem is that I don't like sparkling water because it feels angry. I'm British but born from United Arab Emirates, so we have a lot of fresh fruit. Yeah, I do know that there's a lot of recipes from the United Arab Emirates that are really, really delish. That use a ton of fresh fruit, especially like citrus fruits, which I really enjoy. It is my favorite type of fruit, the citrus ones. I like calamansi juice. It is lime with a. Oh my god! Do you guys know that there is actually a type of lime that is a mix between limes and mandarins, and it's like both fresh and kind of sweet, but it also like conserves a kind of tanginess. And calamansi juice is really nice. It's like a lime mix with an orange. I actually think that because they're both from the same genus, they actually are very easily hybridable. Ooh, mango, tropical, and avocado. That actually sounds delish. I really like yellow fruits specifically. So I like lulos, I like passion fruits, I like lemons and limes and oranges and mandarins and yeah, I just like a lot. Blanket versus ghost, who wins? You should make them kiss instead. Even. Make love, not war. Okay, I'm gonna switch out to my main so that you guys can see my Google search. So yeah, I think that we actually have these in Colombia. They just have a different name. Let me see. Spanish. What are you called? Calamondina, calamansi, naranjo miniatura. Yeah, we have these in Onda. Onda's like a little town where we used to live in, and it was actually very very hot. It is hell on earth. But they used to have these this type of plants on the streets, and you could just pick them up and use them for juice, and they were so good. But we also have something that's called also hello sis, how you doing? And yes, coffee beans, that is our daily redeem. Let me see. We have the mandarin lime, which is a mix between the mandarin and a lime. And as you can see, you can either eat them whole and you can make juice out of them. And it's like a mix. It's like a mandarin that isn't quite ripe yet, and it has like that little bit of tanginess. Thank you so much, Ethan. I also hope that my streams are stonking right now. I am a snake, and I have been getting a lot of videos about like, this is your luck, according to your Chinese sign. And apparently, the snake signs will get good fortune, but we need to be wary of bad energies and of scammers. I definitely will have to think about that. I think that's how we got lemons too. Yeah, actually, most of the citrus family can be very easy hybridable. So, that means that a ton of citrus fruits that we have in the world, they actually are hybrids of the citrus fruit, which is like the original. It is like grandpa citrus. So for example, this is citrus X limonia, which gives you these kinds of lemons. which are like the yellow lemons. And this is the one that we have. This is the one that we have here in Colombia. And we usually use it for juices. But the only thing that is technically bad about them, I mean, obviously, I don't think there's anything bad about them because they're delicious and yummy and the best fruit in the universe. The best fruit genus in the universe. But they do have a ton of seeds. So usually when you have the fruit and you make it into juice, you usually sift it, which is something that I don't like. I like my juices pulpy and rich. I mean, Kitsen's Homeland. You need to find another game about Crony's Homeland for collab. I mean, Crony's Indonesian, and I believe there's some really good Indonesian horror games. I may ask Crony to do a couch collab about that. And Kids Homeland, I mean, oh, that reminds me, Rule of Rose is British. So, I'm pretty sure that if we do Rule of Rose, god damn it. If we do Rule of Rose, that will be like another British game for a kid. But that one is more like fancy British. You know how I said in the collab that there's like a spectrum of British people? So you have like Bridgerton in one side, and thank goodness you're here on the other side. I think that Rule of Rose would be like closer to the Bridgerton side, but you know, it's still like kind of unhinged. So I believe that, let me check my Twitter. But Rule of Rose got announced! What's a battle royale mean? What you're seeing right now. With bloodshed! Let me see. I'm just gonna go to my liked. I do really hate that now there's the grok button above the messaging button because I sometimes click on the grok button when I'm trying to go to my DMs. And I don't like that. Grok is stinky. But yeah, look. It's like a teaser for Rule of Rose. It looks so much like a teaser of Rule of Rose. Look. Alas, Fickle one. Hi, Fickle. But look! This is like the Rule of Rose logo. Look! Guys, can you imagine if Rule of Rose gets a remake? I mean, I was going to play it emulated anyways, but can you imagine Rule of Rose remake in 2026? It would be such a banger. Yeah, these ones. The juice is really, really good and super refreshing. But yeah, we also have this variant. This one is not so much for juice, it's more like for eating whole. But yeah, I really do love citrus fruits. And if you do like lime X lime, I'm pretty sure that we get lime squared. Those games need to traumatize kids and Crony. I think that it'd be more difficult to traumatize Crony because Crony's more freaky like that. Crony is actually a very big horror fan, so I think that it would be difficult to get him to be traumatized. But I do know that there's some very, very good Indonesian horror games that we may try out. Maybe he should choose a game. He probably knows way more than me. I am more into indie horror games, but I think Crony likes like more well-established games, so I don't know. But it would be nice to do a couch collab with Crony. Though, depending on the game, Crony will be the one to play it, because I have a stupid gaming laptop that doesn't work. Okay. I think that we have yapped enough. Frida has already worn off her sumis, and we should be able to draw. When you expect it to be cozy, then it's traumatizing. That might throw Crony off. That is true. Well, it's time for me to go. See you later. See ya, Teddy! Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. It really does help me out a ton. But yeah, Guys, I can't believe that it's almost February already. It feels as if this month has gone by so fast. How is it still January, but it feels like both it should be still 2025, but also we should have gone past 2026 already. It is like a time paradox. So are you a blanket or a ghost? Yes. Next question. Well, I feel like time is moving too fast and I'm struggling to catch up. But also it's moving too slowly. It feels like I am in a pocket dimension where everything is happening all at once, but also nothing is happening at the same time. And that is spooky. And yeah, I don't know if I'll actually be able to finish this illustration before Valentine's, because of course I have commissions. And I have the YCH, which somebody did buy during the promo, and I did promise that I would get it done before Valentine's or in Valentine's Day. For the promo, if they bought it during the promo thing. I think there might have been less stuff happening in January to keep track of, as up for most of it. Here's the thing: is that actually a ton of stuff happened during January here in Latin America, so maybe that's the reason why. The twin doesn't want to play Mario with me. How dare he? How dare he? Crony wanted to eat our brains, but he ate our hearts instead. So true. He is so sweet. He's so sweet and nice and kind. If I had a brain, I would relinquish it. I would relinquish it voluntarily because he is so nice. Also, I don't think that I'm using it. I wouldn't be using it much either way. I'm a little bit of a doof. You might be right about Paradox then, if there was memorable stuff. Yeah, the thing is that, of course, it depends on the region you're in. I wish I had a bunk emote. I am commissioning some emotes right now, and I am also making my own emote, so there might be a bunk emote coming soon. Or there might not be. You will never know. But mayhaps one day you will be able to bunk me in the head. The thing is that I'm also updating my PNG tuber model while also working on rigging my VTuber model, so I don't really want to add too much stuff, as in like trigger wise, before I finish either one of them. Freak! Hi! Hello! Welcome, welcome! How you doing, Freaky? How has your day been so far? Also, thank you so much for helping me yesterday. I mean, it was Haven who helped me, but you were there for emotional support. But yeah, I really need to get so many emotes. Honestly, I love the emotes of all of my mutuals and my friend. For example, I have been looking to maybe commission the little slap my belly emote that Toby has. If Curly is a zombie, did he eat his own brain or does he not eat brains? Wait, didn't you know? The carnival is just like a brain laundering scheme so that he can steal everybody's brains. Wait, didn't you know that? Um, well, I'm sorry, Crowny. I sort of like exposed his criminal empire. Don't tell him I did that. Suck you, bitch. Haven't you seen Crony's daily ticket message? You quite literally have to trade in brain cells for a ticket. You quite literally are selling your brain for the ticket. I have already sold like all of my brain cells. It's actually really nice to have not so many brain cells to think about. Oh no. Oh no. All of Crony's models are canon, yes. I don't know if he would have eaten all of his alternate versions as brains. I don't know if that would have happened. I mean, Nibel seems to be too stressed to actually be brainless. His brain has too many wrinkles, and that's why he worries so much. Can I ask who Crony is? Crony is my friend, Necronable. Here, let me give him a shout out. And he is a zombie. Wait, there we go. That worked. I'll also give the shout out as well. Or is it not working? There we go. Why is it not working? Mix it up. Mix it up. Get your shit together. Let me see. Shout out. Where's the shout out command? There it is. Send shout out. Okay, so why are you sending? Oh, it's because it's target username though. Okay, yeah. Now it should work. Now it should work. Oh my god! Wait, why did suddenly mix it up go off internet? Oh, weird. Ooh, zombie. Yeah, he's a zombie. Okay, thank you for the save. Yeah, I mean, the save command is so that you can scare me into saving. I sort of need to be spooked into it so that it works better. Give me a second, I need to relaunch Mix It Up because it got disconnected. But yeah, it's really interesting how time works. Also, this is an announcement that I need to make, but I'll actually, starting January, will be only doing drawings on CSP. That includes commissions. So you may see like some change in quality or in like the way that I do stuff. And that is because Medibang is like slowly deprecating even more. So much so that I cannot even ignore it. So I'll have to start doing the moving process. Which sucks because there are some features of Medibang that I really like that CSP doesn't have. And also I will have to learn a ton more stuff. Like for example, I will have to learn how to create patterns in CSP, which is something that I do not know. And I have to learn how to do rasters on CSP, like how Medibang does it, in which it like immediately merges the image and creates a new canvas file, so that I can do like quick exports of stuff without saving the file. Do I still get to use the Wisp battle when you move? Yeah, you can do it. Don't worry. I mean, I am not moving channels. I'm just moving from drawing programs to another drawing program. It was like this is something that I have had scheduled for a while, but I was hoping to do so more slowly so that I could get better used to the program. So that's why I was only doing like Hugo stuff on CSP, like Hugo and emotes and stuff, so that I could get used to the mechanics of this program. But given the very quick deprecation of Medibang, it has sort of become like a matter of time. Like I have been put in on a timer to finish transferring all of my stuff before it eventually just doesn't work on this version of Windows 11. Because I really don't want to buy Medibang for Steam. Stupid poo shit thing. Okay, let me see. Does the shadow command now work well? Does it work correctly now? And so I'm gonna shout out Freak. There we go. Now that works. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Now that works. Good, 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 good. Fun fact, I helped Cubs, which is live right now. Cubs is live right now. Um with doing her channel commands and stuff. She was switching up from I believe Nightbot or stream stuff to Streamlabs, I think. Yeah. To mix it up, and I help her switch to mix it up. Yes. Hi, Freaky. I was testing out the shadow command, so I give you a little command. Why is Mr. Crafts cooldown so long? Mr. Crafts? Oh, it's because usually sound alerts cooldown is long so that it doesn't get like too spammy for me. Remember guys, I do have some sensory processing stuff, so if it becomes so distracting that I like start feeling a little bit sick from it. Not like sick emotionally, but like it actually gives me headaches and stuff, I usually up the cooldown. And it has happened for some other stuff. I also like actually removed entirely one of the sound commands because it was giving me headaches. I mean, it also probably has to do something with the volume. No, it's okay. I mean, as a streamer, you adjust stuff so that it works, and sometimes that stuff changes. Sometimes you switch parameters up so that they have more stuff or less stuff. And so, you sometimes just gotta adjust stuff as more stuff happens and more people come in. Because before the Mr. Krabs thing didn't have a cooldown, because it wasn't used often. It wasn't used a lot. But when it started getting used more often, I thought like, hey, maybe I should put a cooldown so that it doesn't become grating. And yeah. So it's okay. You can still use it. I don't mind it. But I did adjust the cooldown so that it also is still enjoyable. For you guys, well, it's so there we go. I think that the buttons are evil. I don't like how the buttons are set up in here. I'm gonna do the buttons later because I think that with the line art, they sort of got a little bit lost. I think that also the reason why I'm slowly switching from Medibang to CSP is because the pressure works differently. Like the pressure algorithms that they use are a little bit different, and I know that you can change the pressure curves, but I still haven't found the sweet spot where it sort of emulates or works similarly to how my strokes, how the algorithm or how the curves work in Medibang. Because programs obviously have different ways that they read the tablets. I have no idea why she's so violent. He's never like this. Well, you see, once you give people the taste of a little taste of power, they become drunk on it. Hey, you won this time! Congratulations on your 500 soul coins. Which, by the way, soul coins are also like what bits are. Like if you get a biddy badge, it's actually the soul coins. I do really wish that we were able to also change the top donator or top thingamabob for Twitch so that they could fit with the bits badges more, but I guess Twitch hates our guts. Hey, there you go. Also, user coffee beans, the command that you wanted, I put it as like coffee beans. So as you can see, I have 119. Well, I'm such a DC Comics fan. I'm thinking about DC KO and how difficult VTubers would be in it. How strong would I be? I would be super strong, right? I would be like a nastier character, right? Right? Still can tell if the gamble works. Don't worry, I'll do it for you. Slots 500. Oh, it's working. It is working. It's just that it doesn't give you a message if you lose. It only gives you a message if you win. I won! Let's go! How much did I win? Let's go. Oh, it just returned what I had. Okay. I'm not upset or anything. But yeah, it is working. It's just that it doesn't give you a message if you lose. It only gives you a message if you win. I don't know why Stream Avatars is like that. Just likes doing that. No, you lost. What the hell, Ethan? I'm strong. You don't know me. I'm like a very strong ghost. How dare you? Like, I have played Fear and Hunger so many times. I'm like a top strategist. Also, you don't know what's behind this blanket. You don't know what's below it. You don't know the horrors that I hold. That is something that I actually was talking about with Kit, is that it would be really fun if I did like a collab stream with Stefan where we
I believe you, strong parental spectre blank 44.
So true, love. Thank you, Frida. I can always believe in you. We were talking about how it would be really cool if Stefan and I did a collab where we just called for like a Vetoverse Smasher Pass, but instead of it being a Smasher Pass, we actually classify them as SCPs, SCP categories. Crony would be the one that kills you. Lies. Lies and slander. I would kill Crony so quickly. Put me in a ring with Crony. I will bend that Twink's back so bad. I will break that Twink's back so hard. Salo's basically SCP-999. Right? Right? He's basically SCP-999. And I don't know why he was so insulted when I said that he was a safe explained SCP category. Like, he doesn't need to be contained. But if he were to be contained, it would be really funny. No, Blanket is SCP-999. No, because you see, SCP-999 likes doing good. I like hurting people for fun. So I don't think that I would be SCP-999. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. I had already seen some of the traumatizing scenes from Thank Goodness You're Here, because I watched Yomi stream. So I knew some of that. I knew some of the stuff that was going to happen, but I thought it would be funny if I saw Kit also suffering through it. If you have, if I have seen it, so you have to do that also. You'll also have to see that. By the way, what category is SCP-999? I mean, he's probably safe, but I don't know like what type of SCP would that be. Also, ew, S? Okay, there we. No, I don't want the stupid fandom wiki. I want the official SCP wiki. Object class safe. Oh, but he doesn't have like a secondary category. It's only safe, but it doesn't say if it's like, it's secondary class. It doesn't have a secondary class. I guess that it was created before secondary classes were introduced. Blackcat, can you give Frida a treat for me? She is napping right now, but I will give her a treat once she wakes up. I don't want to wake her up. Yeah, I can give her a greenie. Also, guys, ads start in 50 seconds. Feel free to grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you may need during this ad break. And if you want to skip ad breaks, please do consider subscribing. It will help me out a lot. But if you can't, don't worry about it. It'll be just a quick 3-minute ad break and we'll be back for another hour of ghost content. You're a thumbnail class SCP. I will take it. I will take it, yes. Actually, I do think that I would probably be a Thaumiel class SCP because technically I am containing Frida. No, because then that would be a Ticonderoga one, wouldn't it? Wait, let me see. I did send the classification guide to Salu's server. Because the idea came up because I classified Stefan's mascot. Stefan's mascot, Duncan, is Thaumiel Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga SCP. Let me see. Yeah, I will have to like do the box test for myself. I never got my points though. I did a mod poll and I put all my money on Silo of 104 points. No! No, Freddie, don't do that! Don't do that! Well, yeah, I think that I would be a Thaumiel class. And I believe that I would be a Thaumiel Archon. Like, yes, I could be contained, but why would you contain me? When I am so cute and adorable and nice. Also, I guess that if SCP-999 would have a secondary category, it would be also an Archon. Or maybe a Tenunos. Yeah. Good job being nice. I know, right? I am so nice and sweet and kind. I definitely do not murder you for my entertainment. Hehe. I definitely do not keep your souls hostage, nor starve you whenever I get upset. That definitely doesn't happen. Yes, I am super humble too. I am like the most humble person in the entire universe. But yeah, it would be really fun if Stefan and I got into like SCP and we did like a call for a smash or pass, but we do SCP classifications instead. I think that it would be really fun. I'll have to go back to him. The thing is that since Stefan is PST, our time zones are a little bit funked up. He's like 3 hours behind me. Goodbye, sucky bitch. Have a nice evening. I know that you cannot hear me because ads, but goodbye. Have a nice evening. So we'd have to like do some magician stuff. So that Stefan and I could do a collab stream. I'll probably maybe do it on the weekends, like either Sunday or Saturday, so that I don't have to worry about waking up early. Or my parents' schedules, because you know I still live with my parents. It is very common here in Colombia to have multi-generational households. Oh, nice, Hucky bitch. The twink is dragging me. Bye, Flinch. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day, afternoon. I believe you guys are in a similar time zone, so yeah, have a nice evening. By the way, Maji, what time is it in your area? You said that you're from the UK. Isn't it like super late for you? Are you okay? It is. Markiplier isn't an Apollyon event during. Honestly, yeah, I'm sure that Markiplier has interacted with the SCP anomalies multiple times, like in canon. Like, If I'm being honest, Markiplier would fit very, very well in the SCP universe. And I think that the book that his mom wrote could be really funny. I mess up my sleep a little, but not too much. I can't start work at 10, so it's fine. Okay, as long as you're not like sleep deprived or anything. Because sleep deprivation is bad. Take it from me. I was very sleep deprived after the stupid "thank goodness you're here" stream. Every time I tried to go to sleep, I started hearing British people in my head. And the funniest part is that the day after the collab, Kid actually reported back to me like, "No nightmares here, boss. I slept like a baby." But instead, I couldn't go to sleep until like 5 a.m. because of stupid British people voices haunting my nightmares. I'm just getting cozy, learning about fruits. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. And yes, the glasses help you listen. That is 100% correct and true. What's the most traumatizing part of the collab? Definitely the cow part. The cow part was the most traumatizing of them all. Like, the other ones, they're sort of like that surrealist humor that I can like handle. Like, obviously a part of VTubing and a part of streaming, there has to be like performance and hamming up your reactions. But the one that definitely got me the most freaked out, like for real, was the cow part. Was the cow mission. Again, not gonna spoil. If you wanna see what happened, watch the VODs on either Kids or Mice channel. Kitson's voice haunts my nightmares for some reason. That is your punishment for replacing him with Crony. Kit is a very vindictive creature. Yeah, that is his revenge for replacing him as his OG. Es que no sabes hablar, mire, la música está fuerte, no te quiero escuchar. Actualiza, actualiza. Oh, I figure out what I know you? Most likely a Buffy raid. That might have been correct, yeah. Buffy and I also know each other. She is very kinda nice. And she just recently returned to like streaming regularly, which is really nice because her schedule works so that I can see her while I'm having lunch. But yeah, Buffy has rated me a couple of times, and I have rated Buffy a couple of times, depending on when we're streaming. Crony needs fox ears to be even better. I mean, he technically has fox ears if you think about it. Like his school uniform, his ears look more fox-like than cat-like. If you think about it, like if you look at them very closely, they're a little bit too perked up to be cat ears. So if you win the model roulette and he ends up getting his schoolboy model, you technically have Fox Crony. Also remember, Crony can be built up and down like a Lego. He's customizable, so you can just give him fox ears, replace those bunny ears, just unsew them, and then sew back some fox ears, and then kaboom, Fox Crony. Caliuchis? Yeah, I like Caliuchis. She's Colombian, by the way. Like me. He hasn't had the model roulette in a while. I had the points, it's just not there. How dare he? Oh, wait, no. He disables it for collabs, actually. He disables it for specific streams, I believe, because I also love using the model roulette just to get a chance to see the beautiful worm. I love this warm model so much. Hi, Butsu! How are you doing? How has your day been so far? I hate that warm crony. No! I love warm crony. It's my favorite model of his. It's so shape. It's been okay. Tried streaming, but it seems I have a stomach bug. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, streaming with a tummy ache or being sick is just really, really difficult. Especially because streaming by itself, depending on how much you stream, can be very exhausting. Mm. My nightmares are usually kittens' voice coming from warm crony. That sounds like a dream come true. That sounds like the best dream ever, and I think that you being scared of warm crony is a skill issue. Get more warm brained. We need more warm in our lives. Remember to take breaks. Thank you so much. I actually need to do I mean I have the Pomodoro timer, but the Pomodoro timer I usually only use when I'm doing specific stuff like the speak only in Spanish redeem because it is set up as not metronome but like a you know, the thing that counts time but isn't a clock. I just think kids' voice will come out of it. Well, their voices are kind of similar, you know. I am very bad with voices and with faces, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Kid's voice would come out of Crony's face in one of my dreams. Or vice versa. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. There comes the merengue. I remember years ago before I met Discord friends, sometimes I'd see their usernames in dreams. As in like their usernames, or did you see their profile pictures? Like, I go look at them, but file not found, so I just see their floating username. That's so funny. That's so funny. You know that there's a condition called aphantasia where people cannot, like, imagine things as pictures, but they have to think, like, in text mode? Or they just hear the sounds, but they cannot actually see their imagination. I think that's something very interesting. Usually, when I have dreams of Discord friends, and if I don't know their real faces, because I do know some of my friends' real faces, I actually see them as their profile picture. Um, I have that. You have a Fantasia Freaky? Why didn't you tell me? That is so cool and interesting. I cannot see the apple in my mind. What do you see instead? Do you see the word or do you just like feel the apple? Smell the apple. Hear the apple. What? Like what level of aphantasia do you have? That's so cool, Freaky. Nothing? No word, no anything, no. Wait. Like when you think about an apple, what happens in your brain? Like, come on. Let's do the test. Let's do the aphantasia test together. Constant stream of thought? I don't know. Because I have never met anybody with aphantasia. Like, what are you on the aphantasia scale? Well, it's hard to describe because, like, obviously I can recall an apple, but in a way that doesn't activate any of my senses. Interesting. So you would be like total aphantasia, like a 5. Interesting. I've always found aphantasia a very interesting concept. Oh. Imagine VTuber models coming to life and meeting their real selves. What do you mean? I look at myself in the mirror all the time. That's right, I am a coach in real life. Ooh. I think that would be really funny though. Because, I mean, you've got Stefan, who is a goo monster. Who is quite literally just goo. Then you've got Crony, who is a zombie. Then you've got Kid, who's like, yeah, it's a guy with some ears and a tail, so that's like normal. And then you have Salu, he's like from the torso up, a pretty normal guy, but then you go down and you see goat. The model becomes sentient. But you see, I'm not playing a character, so you would just have 2 of me. You see, your ghost monster, both. I can appreciate my figure better. Because I am so cute and adorable. Cry for me. Oh, I'm glad that you like it. I don't listen to Twice as much anymore, but I like some of their music. I don't know why, but I never really got into like stan culture for K-pop, even though it started during my generation. Like I had friends in high school who tried really hard to get me into VDS, and like I mean, like they make nice music. I like some of their songs, but I never got like the stan culture of it. I think that maybe it's because since I was already in the anime and in the Vocaloid fandom, I never really like got it specifically. Like that's just being a fan, but I never really like realized or really got that. I mean, it may also be because a ton of like K-pop standing also has to do a lot with like physical attraction and appearance, and I experience none of that. So if they make good music, I'll like them. But if their only good thing is that they're attractive, then I won't really like listen to them either way. Like for example, BTS. BTS makes nice music. I like some BTS songs, but I'm not like gung ho about them. I mean, I probably have like 2 or 3 songs of BTS, and maybe I'll check them out if like somebody tells me that one of their songs is good. But it's not like I'm going to be like streaming every single day to make them become the best boys ever. What if they look like you, Ghost Pop? Honestly, I feel physical attraction, but nothing sexual. That is called sensual attraction, not sexual, you see. Or aesthetic attraction, depending on what you feel. You see, attraction has many types. Cry for me. What if they look like you, ghost pop? No, it's gotta be good music. You cannot simply look like a ghost and not make good music if you're going to consider yourself ghost pop. I'm into a lot of things, too many things. Kinda makes it hard to find like just one person that likes the same as me, which is why I make a lot of friends, but it's hard to keep in touch with all of them. And it's so interesting. Because I like a lot of things, but I'm only passionate about like a very specific thing of the moment. Some people call it hyperfixation. I just call it being like having like timeshares. Time commitment is stuff to keep up. That is true. Time is a very weird thing, and I don't like how it works. I think that we should stop time forever. Controversial opinion? We're way past time anymore. We don't need time. I feel like these glasses. No, I know this glass is bad, but what? Oh. No hole is a goal, but anyone who wants me is a goal. What? Moss? Clip that. I've been looking on stopping time flows to very little success. God damn it. Well, you better report to me with your results at a later time, I guess. I guess we'll just have to work harder to make time stop forever and ever. I wish I could stop time. Me too. I wish I could stop time. And then I could like put it on like TV so that I can watch people live their lives and I can just be like a commentary. A commentary guy commenting on people's lives. Like a little telenovela. Only goes faster as you get older. Actually, I find that it goes slower as you get older, but also it goes faster. But also it goes slower. It's kind of stagnant, but it also is like a drain. You see. I am so eloquent. My words truly are wording right now. Sorry, I don't believe in the little ticking line. So true. Abolish all clocks. We don't need time. We don't need to know what time it is. Isn't that right, Frida? I mean, I do actually kind of need to know what time it is so that I can take my meds. God damn it. I guess we cannot abolish time. I'm sorry, guys. Abolishing time is cancelled. I need to have like a specific hour in which I take my meds. If I had the ability to stop time, I'd explore the world. And once I explore all of it, I'll continue. I won't be older, and no one would have passed it all. So true. I think that if time stopped, I would just be like making pranks. I will steal up all of the money in the world, and then transfer it to my account, and then I would like donate it all to charity. But don't donate it to charity because sometimes they're bad people. But I would actually like do everything and anything all at once. And then once world peace has been achieved through the stopping of time, I will start time back up, and then everything will devolve into chaos, and I would be able to watch from my little seat, from my comfy little sofa that I bought with my stolen time money. I think that that is a good idea. I do something to the top people at my country. Best way I could put it without getting put on the list. No, but you see, you simply cannot kill people that are at the top because it'll leave a power vacuum. That's how Nazi Germany happened. You gotta like do reforms about it. You gotta be like sneaky. Time's up, I would do the same, but figure out how to make a working Iron Man armor in the lack of time. So true. I think that Iron Man Iron Man armor is cool as fuck, but also I think that the chafing would be really bad and I wouldn't be comfy with it. So I would just create a robot to go in the Iron Man armor. It'll be like me having like a little drone to control from my home. I never said kill him. I mean, that is true. As long as you don't say that, they won't get you. Um. Force them to do hard labor. Force them to spend 3 bajillion years at one of like the hardest jobs ever. The ones that they hate the most. I know that's not how it would work at all. You have to be higher up, like over here, so that it actually catches the ears, so that they're not bent, so that the arch is good. No, force them to watch VTubers. But you see, then they're going to find the right-wing VTubers, and then they're gonna be evil. Except they're gonna be evil with an anime girl avatar, and I don't want that. We already have too many evil people with anime girl avatars. Like they would find like the devs, like the refs, or the I don't know Nachisumikos, and that would be bad because then they think they'd use VTubers to further their agenda, which is bad. Or some to watch you kids and crony on the Vito, 3 friends. So true. I mean, they'll probably like send a drone strike to my home, but I can handle that. Frida will protect me. What if they already are? No! No! I mean, that's what Japan did to make you forget about their war crimes during World War II, so. I do have opinions about stuff. I do have many opinions. But perhaps my opinions will put me on a list. The list where they decide to disappear people for fun. I don't want to do that. I mean, I don't think that any right wing person would like my content. I am very leftist. It's very silly how many times people have actually been on trial for war crimes. Yeah, it's kind of like a very silly thing. Put more people on trials for war crimes. Put them on 3 million years of jail. What if the SCP Foundation was real? Would you work with them? I actually think I would. I like weird stuff. I like weird stuff and I like investigating. I am a very curious little guy. Do you guys know that I was actually going to be a mortician? One of my career paths that I wanted to go for was either forensic science, going to mortician school, or becoming a vet, but unfortunately, due to my sensory issues, I wouldn't be able to handle the smells. So I had to give up. No, you would be contained. No! I mean, as long as they give me like a nice containment facility, I would be okay. I'll be fine. I don't think that I would complain much. Ooh, I had a friend who was going to mortician school. Yeah, me too. I think that being a mortician is super cool. I mean, if you guys hadn't like realized, I am kind of down with what the kids would say, the inevitability of death. No, I didn't really go to mortician school, unfortunately. I didn't pass. Because you would be your VTuber model. Honestly, I am happy being a little ghost. That would be really nice and happy for me. I would be very happy being a little ghost. Boom. 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 She said someone has to do it. So true. Actually, someone has to do it. Ghosts are anomalies. I guess. I guess they would be. Depending on what you believe that they are. Ghosts come in many forms. Sometimes they are explained, sometimes they are neutralized, sometimes they are just not anomalous at all and just funny little guys. You know, using something as a disguise. Elaborate light reflections. Wait, these are kind of like bugs. Okay, I'm gonna like it. Are you the funny little guy one? Yeah, I am just a funny little guy. I really need to work on my lore. I don't know if I'll do like an actual debut thing. Like I don't really like work that way. I am not like SCP-999. I enjoy a little chaos and destruction every once in a while. SCP-999 is pure and beautiful. And I am not pure, but I am very beautiful. Shalu's more like SCP-999. He is far kinder and nicer. And he also gets scared very easily. He's just a little guy. He is like the littlest of little guys. Yippee! Thank you so much for the follow, just existing. We are so close to 500. That's insane. That is insane. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go to the mall before January ends. They do say the more beautiful you are, the less lines to draw. So true. I am very simple and nice and very shape-like. Hello, just existing. How are you doing today? Thank you so much, BK Thunder. I'm very excited. I don't know what to do for 500. Maybe I'll do another karaoke stream. The karaoke stream that I did for 150. Oh my gosh, yes! SCP-3092 is so cool. I love that one. I forgot how they were called. I just called them the funky little monkeys. I like the sentient monkeys that become monkey and turn everything into monkey. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoy my art. I work very hard to make good art. To make delicious and scrumptious art. I really need to get my art muscles going a lot more. I am trying to create a schedule for the mornings specifically because I just sort of bed rot in the mornings and that is bad. Doctors don't like that I do that, and I have been trying to create a schedule, so maybe I could like do some studies in the morning, and the afternoon I work on commissions. I also need to go out more. Unfortunately, I have been prescribed with touching grass at least once a week, so I sort of gotta get out to touch set grass. That'd be you as a ghost, but treated like SCP-999. Why? I don't wanna be a pet! People don't know my power. Frida, do you hear this shit? Enjoy your grass pads. Thank you. Thank you for the pads. But you know, since you're a wisp, I can do this. Kill. I love the fact that SCP, the thing that was my biggest hyperfixation for the longest time, is randomly being discussed. I love anything SCP related. Oh, I am also a very big fan of SCP. I love checking out the pages and reading them and seeing the stories about them and playing the video games. I think that the SCP Foundation is just such a cool community project. I love watching like newer entries get discussed. The Site 3242 YouTube channel is always trying to eat SCP-999. Well, I am not SCP-999, so you can stop trying to eat me. You don't know what I am. Aside from being a ghost. How fucking dare you. You know what? You're put on timeout now. You're in Wisp timeout. I'm glad that you enjoy this community. I honestly have not done like any SCP stuff for a while, but one of my biggest dreams when I was younger, when I was a teenager, was to like create my own SCP page. I think that it would be really cool to one day contribute to the SCP community with my own SCP. But also like I don't know if I would be able to do that. I don't know. It just feels too precious to me. Maybe one day I'll come up with an SCP worthy idea, and you'll eventually see it, and you guys will know it was me. You guys will never know. It'll be a secret. You'll never know what SCP I created. By the way, for all of this time with this song Gasolina, I thought that the girl actually did want like gas, like car gas. And apparently what was real, it was actually that actually Gasolina is like a kind of cocktail. So yeah, I may be a little bit dumb, but that's okay. That's the thing about having autism, is that a lot of innuendos or a lot of like wordplays I just don't get until somebody very, very, very thoroughly explains them to me. Can you leave a little clue? I mean, if I ever do it, yeah, I'll leave little clues. I am also a very big fan of ARGs. Oh. Oh my god, I love that so much. I think that SCP researchers are also just like really, really fun. Really, really fun things. If she runs, she's drinking and driving. So true. I mean, you know, funnily enough, even though I do have a very sensitive nose and I get nauseous very easily, I actually really like the smell of gasoline. It's like a very nice smell, very soothing. They should make a gasoline perfume. My body is chrome and my blood is gasoline. So true, freak. I am titanium. That's how it goes, isn't it? I have autism and ADHD. I have confirmed autism. I am a little bit suspicious that I might have ADHD, but I haven't been able to like get to a neurologist or to a neuroanalyst so that I could actually get the official ADHD diagnosis. But what I do have is dyscalculia, which is like dyslexia but with numbers. So I am not very good at math. Unfortunately, I am very stupid. Well, also fortunately, when your brain is smooth, that means that you don't get sad as often. Because you don't get it. That's actually really funny because you know how I said that I was actually heavily bullied in my childhood because I was a crybaby because of my very sensitive senses and because I got overstimulated very easily. Yeah, so basically I got gaslit so much into thinking that I was just like super sensitive and the crying problem was my fault that I didn't even realize that I was being bullied. Like, the only reason I realized I was being bullied because the teachers felt so bad they reported the bullying in 5th grade. And they had me put on a therapist, which diagnosed me with anxiety, which later evolved into social anxiety because that's spooky. Sorry that happened. It's okay. It's in the past. Actually, fun fact. This is the first time in my life in which I have spent most time not being bullied than being bullied. Because later I did learn that I was actually being bullied my entire time in school. Both elementary, middle, and high school. I just didn't notice. And I think that's really funny. I think that it's really funny that actually when my graduation ceremony happened, one of the girls that supposedly bullied me came up to me and was like, hey, Ghost, I would really like to apologize. I was a very big asshole to you during high school and I really regret it. I hope that you forgive me. I was like, wait, you were being an asshole to me? I mean, I knew that you disliked me, but I never really thought that you were being like specifically an asshole to me. I just thought that, well, we just didn't match. We had different personalities. And you are somehow an SP fan, but you can do numbers. It's because I call them by their nicknames. I don't call them by their SCP classification. Like, you can tell me about SCP 90-something, and I won't know what you're talking about. But if you tell me about the old man, or the crooked man, or the monkey, or the little happy ghoul, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know about that SCP. Yeah, I know about them. They're really cool. I also like the one that is just like a continuous form that you have to fill out. And if you do it wrong, you have to do it all over again. And it is just really funny. I think that turning bureaucracy into an SCP is just a very creative idea because that is, once you become an adult and you have to file your taxes and you have to do all of that shit, yes, that's basically it. That is just adulthood. I don't know what to tell you. And this is why my parents hire an accountant. They could have been bad at being bullies too. Like, she's so nice and cute. I can't think about the bully. I mean, I don't think that I was like generally nice. I was very quiet. I just kept to myself. And I was also very weird. I mean, I am very weird. Thank you. I also think I am very nice and cute. Also, by the way, for those who do not know, my pronouns are they, them. But it's okay to get confused sometimes, as long as you remember. As long as you try your best, I will be okay. What is the SCP that is like a crocodile that hates humanity? I mean, they're not a crocodile, they're like a reptilian, but some of their body parts are crocodile parts. Oh, I think that is just called the animal or the beast. Because its DNA doesn't... It's okay, as long as you remember, you're kinda new. So it's not like you did it... It's not like you did it on purpose. The hard to kill reptile, yeah. Yeah. The one that has to be submerged in acid for eternity. Because their regeneration powers are so... Their regeneration are so good that they just regenerate everything. I also like the backrooms, yeah, the backrooms are really cool. I mean, the backrooms I consider like sort of like a splintered off suspension of SCPs, because we already have the infinite IKEA, and we already have like a ton of liminal spaces that were SCPs per se. Like, for example, the Crooked Man SCP is actually mostly about a pocket dimension that crooks everything up. That is like contained in a specific house in a town. A lot of analog horror. Yeah, analog horror is super cool. To be honest, I'm a little bit sad that analog horror has fallen out of grace, because I do really like it. The Crook Man. SCP-783, that's the Crook Man. And you also have like the Infinite IKEA. Boing. And you know, I really like that they also have like a specific SCP page per country, so that every country has like their own localized SCPs. It's just really, really good. We shot it into the sun and it grew solar sails. Yeah, the reptile is just super cool. But yeah, as you can see. Oh, this is like the old page. Nice. Yeah, I really like how there's like local pages for the SCP Foundation, so that you can get SCPs for your specific country. So you've got the international one, the Russian, Korean, Chinese, French, Polish, Spanish, Thai, Japanese, German, Italian, Ukrainian, Vietnamese, TR Chinese, traditional Chinese, Czech, Portuguese, and other. I love how the SCP Foundation logo for Spanish is just the ñ. So true. How to spook a person who doesn't like Spanish. I also watch a lot of Minecraft horror stuff. You see, that is one thing that I don't like, and it's because I think that Minecraft horror has sort of lost the subtlety that it used to have. I bet if we shot Crony into the sun, he'd appear back on the earth in a millisecond. If Crony got shot into the sun, he would definitely make a sexual joke about it. And he would also become tan. He'll like tan. But yeah, I'm sure that he'll be back eventually. I mean, he's Indonesian, so he has probably experienced excruciating heat. And I'm pretty sure that it's summer in New Zealand too, so it is pretty hot. It is pretty hot there. And honestly, given that I am a cold weather creature, that wouldn't be good for me. If you shot me into the sun, I would like shrivel up. I would shrivel up because I am not a sun person. Well, I am a sun person, but more like mild sun. I live in the mountains, you see. Yeah, that is true. The person who also does the Minecraft horror has to like really fit with my sensibilities for me to enjoy it. That is also true. What about the moon? I like the moon. I think that the moon is cool and mysterious. I think that I'd be good with the moon. I like my mountains and I like my craters. I mean, the solar flares are not too bad if you're like far away from it. He'd survive it and laugh at whoever did it properly. What? I would never throw Crony into the sun. He's my friend. That's so mean. Will I beat him up? Yes, but like in a friendly way. Oh, yeah, the broken script is apparently really good. I haven't played it because I don't like that it actually messes up with like your system, with your files. And I'm usually super careful about that. But I have seen playthroughs and they're just really, really good. The broken script is a very good mod. Now, yeah, I think that a lot of Minecraft horror mods have sort of like lost the charm that make them good. Because you see, a lot of them are now just borrowing from like other horror creators rather than like trying to understand what make Minecraft or the concept of Minecraft horror scary in the first place. And I don't like that. Like, I mean, I have been a very big fan of Trevor Henderson, and I have also been a very big fan of the guy. He just released a video, and now I don't remember the guy's name. Oh my gosh, give me a second. Ah, Doctor Nowhere, Doctor Nowhere. I also really like Doctor Nowhere's stuff, and they just use like use their stuff instead of like actually like trying to think about like what would be a Minecraft thing that you can twist into being like spooky. Like, you know how Herobrine was so scary? Like, Herobrine was so scary because Minecraft in on itself, like early Minecraft, and if you like had fog in Minecraft, it could actually become like a really somber experience when you are playing solo survival. I also watched this one guy who did a maze map and added the creatures from the quiet place into the maze. Interesting. But yeah, I do feel like it's a little bit sad that we are missing that sort of like quintessential Minecraft horror, rather than just getting like SB like additions to it. What? Oh, Edos. Oh, I guess that it's going to be blocked in India. That's sad. Who's blocked in India? I didn't know that Edos eventually ended up allying with Sony Music, because I had never gotten any. Oh, okay, it's just Russia. Who cares about my videos being blocked in Russia? Usually they always are blocked in Russia. Spooky cause it's true. I never considered Minecraft horror first though. Was Punch Tree Hand Hearts. Spooky cause it's true. It is true. I mean, I wouldn't punch a tree. My hands are too squishy. When does the Crony Minecraft bootcamp? It starts February 1st. I don't know if Crony will be streaming. February 1st. Let me check his schedule. But I do know a couple of other users from the bootcamp that will be streaming. Either way, I am going to make the announcement. So, that is also something that will happen. Oh my god, there's so many. I've got so many notifications in my phone, it's kind of evil and fucked up. Let me check. Let me check Crony's schedule real quick. But I don't think that he will be streaming Sunday, which is when the... Yeah, he won't be streaming Sunday, which is when the collab will happen. Or at least he hasn't made the schedule yet. Maybe he'll do the schedule later. Yeah, he hasn't made the schedule yet. But I guess he will be streaming Sunday. I don't know. Maybe not. He hasn't released the schedule for that time. It's 8 p.m. and I'm drinking iced coffee. Good. Remember, it is always coffee time. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Drink coffee in the morning, drink coffee in the afternoon, drink coffee at night. It is good for you. It is very healthy. You're the one behind it, right? I mean, technically, yeah, Crony and I are like co-creators of it. And by co-creators, I mean Crony told me to do it, and I was like, yes, sir. Black's flavored iced coffee! Let's go. I don't usually drink many ice drinks because my teeth hurt. But I think that it would be nice. Ice drinks are usually pretty cool and nice. I mean, obviously they're pretty cool. But you know what I mean. They're like nice to good. I have drunk some frozen drinks before. It's just that it takes me a while. Usually they melt. Before I finish drinking them. Will you teach of the Herobrine myth? Yes. Yes. As a joke, actually, I suggested to Tana, which is the server owner, if we could put the Herobrine mod on the server to scare Crony. But I thought that would have been too mean. But it would have been really funny. It would have been real funny. I mean, you know. But yeah, that's what I think. It's just that the Herobrine myth, the Herobrine thingy, is just so subtle at first. I have a silver tooth and 5 freaking wisdom teeth. Help. How do you have 5 wisdom teeth? This is the greed they speak about in the Bible, oh my god. Frida, do you hear that shit? Ana María, te lo da mejor. I don't know. Oh wait, you might have hyperdontia. Hyperdontia is such a cool little condition that I know about. That's really spooky and fun. Hyperdontia, the one where you have too many teeth and you grow a lot of teeth. I think that's really cool. So you're now cool in my book. One, pick up the phone. You know it's only calling us drunk and alone. Be his friend. You're never gonna wake up in this bed in the morning. You ain't getting over him. I got your rules, I'll count them. This song was so good when it came out. I remember it being the song of the summer. I enjoy you, but what would you do if Beetle raided you? I would die. I would fucking die. I would disintegrate. You know, like how in Thanos, the Thanos snap, I would be like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. And I just, I would disintegrate into dust. Because I'm sure that Beetle gets like 3 bajillion viewers every single time he streams. So, I think that I would die. Because the most people's rates that I have ever gotten were from Crony. When we did our joint birthday stream, because if you guys don't know, Crony and I share a birthday. His birthday is May 13th, New Zealand time, and my birthday is May 12th, Colombia time. So it is technically the same day. You just stop time right before. So true. The MCU did Thanos on the Snap 30. Honestly, I wouldn't know because I'm not super well versed in Marvel. I've been trying to get into it, but it is a little bit hard because, of course, I would have to like get caught up in decades of comics and of different timelines and planets. But it is definitely something that I see pop up sometimes, and I think that it would be really fun to learn. But again, it's sort of intimidating. It's sort of like getting into One Piece after like it's gone through 1,000 chapters. It is daunting. It is very, very daunting. I'm not either. I'm a bigger DC Comics fan. I don't know. Again, both of them getting into DC or into either DC or Marvel is very daunting because again, they're very long standing. They all have their lore, and it is very, very like intimidating to know that there's like actual generations and decades of comics that you have to know to like truly get it. But also, I don't know. I think that if there was a guide, I would be like more prone into getting it. Obviously, I did watch the Marvel and DC TV shows. I was a very big fan of the Spider-Man TV shows, Teen Titans, Batman. I watched the the Superman cartoon and movies and stuff, but of course I know that they obviously deviate from the comics as canon. They all have like their multiverse setup. Also, ads are going to start in 45 seconds, guys, so I will be taking a small break to stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink. I recommend you guys do the same because it's already been 2 hours of stream. I will be taking you guys to my Be Right Back stream where you can play words or have your wisps fight to the death. And yeah, I will definitely be back for another hour so that we can continue streaming. Also, if you don't want to miss anything, feel free to sub if you're able to. It will help me out a lot. But you don't need to sub if you are not able to. I just enjoy your guys' company. But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello! I hope that you guys were able to also grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you may need. I hope that you stretched and that you're all good now. I also got myself some coffee. I got myself a bar of chocolate that my dad and I are trying to um finish because he bought a whole box of 24 chocolate bars. And obviously he's not eating them all without getting a diabetic coma. So sometimes I just get a bar for myself to eat with my coffee. Yeah. Of course, Frida also woke up from her nap, and as promised, I did give her a little snack. I do feel bad though because we have run out of to dos, and since she doesn't have her front teethers due to chronic FCV, if you guys don't know, Frida is FCV positive, and she has developed chronic gingivitis because of said FCV, and so we did have to take out some of her teethers. DC has up-to-date comic giving you the history of the universe and the multiverse inside comic is cool. The new history of the DC universe is literally just Second Flash explaining everything in a very in-universe. It's just him documenting everything in his own way. Honestly, that sounds cool. I think that I might be spreading misinformation and slander and insulting all of the comic fans ever, but I do think that Second Flash would be a good meta narrator, sort of like Deadpool in the Marvel universe, because Flash does have those powers that technically do fuck up with time, but not fuck up with time that much that it would be universe breaking. No, I love coffee. I love my 8 p.m. coffees. By the way, do you guys know that Colombian coffee is the best in the world and it is yummy and delicious and so scrumptious? And if you don't like coffee, it's probably because you haven't had Colombian coffee and all of the coffee in comparison is bad once you have tasted Colombian coffee. So true. You know, there was this coffee company that was asking for ambassadors or for collaborators. And I was tempted on applying, but I did eventually decide not to do it because one, I'm way too small. I'm way too tiny. I haven't even reached 500. We're really close though, and I'm very excited. But I haven't reached 500. I know that usually coffee companies want people to be at least at a certain threshold. But also, I wanted to know if they had if they source from Colombian coffee. But because if I'm going to support a coffee company, if I'm going to be the ambassador, if I'm going to be the ambassador of a coffee company, it better be Colombian. It better have Colombian coffee. If it doesn't support Colombian coffee farmers, then I'm not buying it. I don't want to be part of it. The first Flash was created back in World War II. Yeah. Yeah, that I do know. I do know that a ton of the heroes, of both DC and Marvel, were first created during World War One. Not World War One, World War Two. Yes. Thank you so much, PK. Also, is that the... Oh, it's a Minty Cosmos emote. I love remotes. They are so good. One day I may commission her because I love her emotes. And also I love her model. It is so cute. I sometimes lurk on her streams because she has become very big and I get terrified. I get scared and terrified when it's so many people. You know, I know that you guys know me a lot from like the chats of like Crony and Kit, but the only reason I talk in Crony and Kit's chats is because I am friends with them. It's because I am friends with them and I obviously like supporting them and I enjoy their streams, but if I didn't know them, I would just be a lurker. I wouldn't really chat much because I get really really nervous when there's like so many people on a stream. So I tend to only chat in places that I feel like are either like I'm comfortable enough with. Also, like Crony grew a ton. Like in this cup, Crony and Kid sort of exploded. In 2025, so they have jumped a ton of viewership. But still, if I wasn't friends with them, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have uh talked that as much on their chats. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Tell him it's on. I'm not going to say that number. By the way. Well, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I actually lurk in a ton of like big streamers' chats. Uh, but I don't go on the chat because either the chat is going really really fast and I get overwhelmed quickly, or it's just a ton of people, and if the streamer ends up like perceiving me, I might disintegrate. You know, like how the bulls in Mario, if you like look directly at them, they get all shy and distressed and try to run away from you. That's how I am if a big VTuber actually like notice me. I'm afraid of saying something dumb. PK, don't worry about it. I am stupid, you are stupid, we are all stupid, we share a singular brain cell, and it is usually jumping in between wisps. So it's okay. You can say as many stupid things as you wanna, and you'll be okay in my book. I wish I had SPO 67 so I could write my own autobiography, what I don't even remember. Honestly, same. A blanket is a good friend to have. Thank you, Freak. I'm also really happy to be your friend. I am very happy I have so many friends in the VTuber community. I love all of them very much. But yeah, I would also really be intrigued about how SCP-067 would like write my life, write my biography. I would like to know what I missed. But also, I think that I would decide to stop reading after a certain point. Like, I don't want to know what's happening right now in my life because I would get too nervous and too anxious. But I will like stop maybe like 5 years before, because you know that's already happened. That cannot change anything. The consequences may have passed. So I think that I would be good reading up to 5 years before current times. Mm-mm-mm. You know, I also really need to get back into reading. I have a ton of books that are half read or that I just bought and I haven't read them, but I really need to get into that. The one that I'm reading right now is a biography of all of the serial killers of Colombia right now. Like, of the worst serial killers that Colombia has had. Fun fact, Colombia actually has the top 2 serial killers of the world that are not medical practitioners. Yippee! But yeah, I am reading that biography, and I stopped reading like in the middle of one of them because I had the realization that my dad's family, like some of my uncles, could have been targets, and that was really scary to me. Because they were kids by the time a sexual predator and serial killer was active, and they were in those rural areas that he prowled on. So that was really, really, really scary to me. I just happened to stumble across you while browsing out of boredom. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I think that Frida just like pushed down her little canned food. Please, please don't break anything, Frida. I'm so glad. Also, I am very glad that Twitch is sort of like putting me in like their viewer stuff. Sometimes I get a little bit worried that maybe I'm just being buried against so many cool people. Hmm. Because, you know, recommendations and algorithms can sometimes be really tricky. The best thing DC Comics has that is a brand new is the Absolute Universe. Interesting. I suppose that is like the Absolute Universe. I'm so smart. I do really love the idea of multiverses though. It's just I just love infinite possibilities, infinite capabilities, infinite everything. I think that's why I also really like the AUs that people make. I am a very big well, I have been a part of fandom for a very long time. So of course AUs are something that I am very well used to. And some people just have banger concepts. And you know, always asking what if is just really cool, so. I know that DC once did like a neat thing. Wait, no, that was Marvel. That was Marvel, yeah. They did like a series about like what if. What if this happened? What if this other thing happened? And I do think that it's really fun. I think that people forget that a ton of media that we consume are people's OCs. And they're just having fun with their storylines. And like, yeah, you're obviously entitled to like them or not like them and dislike their decisions, but at the end of the day, they also have the right to have fun with their OCs. You don't like them, well then you can just make your own AUs. Fandom is such a freeing place. The best. I purposefully find people with lower view counts to watch. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Small communities are really cozy. Yeah, I agree. I really enjoy I really enjoy finding like communities where I feel comfortable with that they're not too big because again I get scared really easily if there's a ton of people. So I rather just find like lower viewership communities so that way I can feel more comfortable and a little bit more at home and I don't feel as terrified. Take away the key part of a character, then you have the absolute version of the character. With Batman being poor, Superman grew up on Krypton. Oh my god, Batman being poor, that's just Robin Hood. But that is a very interesting thing. It is like the antithesis of a character. I mean, in terms of backstory, I assume, not really like the whole essence of the character. Hmm. Push, push, push. Also, by the way, I don't know how you guys feel. I know that we have a couple of new people here, but I am like sort of promoting random links because I don't have anything specific to promote right now. So I hope that you guys don't mind that my pinned link sometimes changes. Depending on the stream, I'm just testing stuff out. Since I don't really have anything to promo right now, since my shop is already closed, unfortunately. I feel like this is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. The problem that I have with hands anatomy is that my hands are very flexible and my fingers are freakishly long, so sometimes they look really weird. I started watching Smallville again, and I don't know if it's the best addition to Superman, but I kind of miss those middle budget shows. The best rendition. Oh, the best rendition. Yeah, you know, I do also sort of miss that. People have been talking a lot about Netflix lighting, which is sort of like that very uniform lighting, where people are, or I guess directors are scared of actually playing more with lights and having low lights and having highlights and having contrast. And I do agree. I think that they should have directors should have like a reminder course of color theory and of contrast and of like framing and stuff because I have been seeing sort of like disappearance of color and vibrancy in a ton of movies. But also mid to low budget shows. I do think that it also showcases the creativity of someone. Of course, if you're a horror fan, you know that Terrifier was actually like a very low budget movie, and they still try to keep that philosophy of trying to be as creative as possible with the funds they have. And I do believe that having like lower budget renditions of shows or of like movies actually does show off how you can be creative and how you can innovate without having to have like fancy CGI, which sometimes are used as crutches, of course. Because, for example, I believe that in the I'm not really into the Hunger Games saga, but I do know that they're doing a Hunger Games movie in which one of the places that they're going to do the Hunger Games is like a very beautiful meadow, and they chose this location that is obviously gorgeous. In the pictures, it looks great, but they chose to use it for during summer. They booked the area for summer, and unfortunately, during summer, that beautiful, beautiful meadow is all dried up. So they had to use CGI. So rather than actually doing proper research into when the meadow would be looking its best for the movie, they used CGI to avoid rescheduling, which again would have been avoided if they had done proper research. With a movie that doesn't have the budget for CGI, they would have been fucked. So I do think that big budget movies sometimes use their budget as like sort of like way too much of a safety net. I have no problem hanging in some bigger communities, but I more prefer to be there. A community grows. Aw, thank you. I hope to grow one day. I know that I like yapping and I talk a lot, but this was actually sort of like an experiment because, again, I am very shy, I'm very timid, and I do have social anxiety, like actually properly heavily medicated for it. And becoming a streamer was a very big challenge because it's sort of like exposure therapy to me. I wanted to learn how to be more articulate and get over my fear of speaking to people and to strangers in general and leaving an impact on others. I think that being scared of having an impact on others is what scares me the most. I do not like being perceived. But as a streamer, you sort of have to be perceived to succeed, especially because another reason why I started streaming is to promote my art and my commissions. Now that I am out of university and I need to like start gaining money because that is how the world works, unfortunately. Hello, Sakunog. But yeah, that I'm really happy that people like to be in my community. I don't know if I'd ever want to be someone like Iron Mouse who has thousands of viewers, or maybe even Yumi or Kid or Coney who have like hundreds of viewers. But I like my community. I like having people that watch and that chat with me. It is nice. You're preaching. You would not like DC Comics' Black Label books, because it's the type of stuff Crony will like if he got into comic. What do you mean Black Label? As in like porn? As in like mature stuff? I like mature stuff. I mean, I actually do think that if erotic stuff is done well, it can be very entertaining to watch. Maybe it's because I'm an artist, but I have never really shied away from that as much. Like, I may not understand stuff, but if you tell me, I will understand. I must go take my dogs out, so I'll be silent. No problem. No problem. I hope you have fun walking your dogs. Honestly, as much as I hated walking my dog back when he was still alive and spry and young, I do think that it really did help me, like, keep me active. And that is something that I really need to work on. I really need to, like, create a sort of schedule so that I could do at least something of some exercise during the day. Even if it is every other day or once a week, I should probably start trying to do more exercise in general. I have tried going to the gym, but I am scared of going to the gym alone, unfortunately. And my mom works a lot, and my dad, of course, also works. Well, he doesn't work, he is retired, but he does go and do like little odd jobs around town because he doesn't like being at home all day. So I don't really have anybody that would go to the gym with me, so that I would be less scared. But I really do need to do more exercise. Whether it is going on walks or something. What? Batman meets outline in shadows, but you could see the outline and the stories are a bunch of body horror. I love body horror! I love body horror. One of my favorite Resident Evil games is Resident Evil 7 because of how creative they were with their characters and the type of horror. I specifically love Marguerite because her specific theming is body horror. If you guys didn't know, Resident Evil 7's bosses and enemies and areas are based off of different kinds of horror. So, for example, the first enemy, Jack, is based off of slasher horror. The second enemy, Marguerite, is based off of body horror. And the third enemy, which is like the gross guy, that I don't remember very well because he didn't really leave that much of an impact on me, is based off psychological horror. But not like psychological. It is more like Saw levels of horror. But not like specifically, like torture machines, but more like playing with the mind. I don't know. I think that he was like not the best one. I think that's sort of like it was kind of weak after having someone like Marguerite because Marguerite was really good. Lucas, that was his name. I just looked it up. But the Baker family was so well made. Yes. I love it. And again, I think that if the porn solves the plot, it is good porn. But porn without plot, like, if you're just doing it to like gratify yourself and while you try to like pass it off as high art, that's when I don't like it. Like if you're gonna be an unapologetic gooner, be an unapologetic gooner, but also own it. But yeah, I love body horror. I think that body horror is just very interesting, and I really like how much we have advanced in terms of body horror in general. Back when I was little, I actually really wanted to be a contortionist because I am very self-flexible. But unfortunately, when people see you bend a little bit too far during gym stretching class, they think that you are creepy and weird and terrifying. Cowards, a lot of them. God forbid they don't want to pair with me for stretching because they think that the way my joints bend is unnatural or some shit. Oh shit, I accidentally opened Audacity. Sorry for the change in audio quality. Boing. Boing. There we go. I do know that my favorite genre of horror is psychological, but body horror can also be like just like a very good category. I like it too. Which reminds me, I really should check if I can play Silent Hill 2 in this computer. Or RE7. I would probably have to play it with my Fugi, but if I play it with Fugi, I think that it'll be okay. I mean, the last time we played with Fugis, it wasn't too bad. I also do really want to play the last ending of Silent Hill F with you guys, like play it on stream. Right now, I'm close to finishing my second playthrough, so that would be really fun. I mean, the collab with Kitson will be a DC Black Label book if it was a comic. Oh, interesting. I mean, yeah, it had a ton of sexual jokes, so I guess that would do it. And it was also like very surrealist in a way. I did really love Kit's board joke. I mean, I guess it technically is. I guess we do technically got some boar. A ton of it, actually. But I did enjoy the game. I think that maybe because of my reactions, people think that I didn't enjoy the game, but I did like it, and I'm gonna replay it to get the achievements that I'm missing. I also really want to get the other ending. Man. You know, one thing that I really love, I know that people don't consider it body horror, but I do think that the boil one syndrome, that one video by Dr. Nowhere, people don't consider it body horror, but I consider it body horror. I guess it also has layers of like psychological horror, but I do think that the boil one and the symbology of the boil one is sort of like a type of body horror because it does make allusions to the tortures that happened during during World War II and the horrible war crimes and human experimentations that Japan did. And sort of like inputting all of that suffering into one human that was like the commander of all of those areas is just really interesting. Sort of to the point that it becomes monstrous, like a monster. DC Comics has a team that is only used during Pride Month. Yippee! But the characters show their sexuality all the time. It's just they don't have their own comic series and theme, and we'll say that theme is JLQ, just a like queer. I think that that's called being a coward. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I just think that's called being a coward. Because if you only take out your queer characters for a Pride Month and you only use them during that time, that's called being a coward and being a panderer. And if you're going to include queer characters into your series, either include them fully or just don't include them at all. Besides during Pride Month. They have their own comics, just they ain't a team with their own books as a team. Thank you for the master check, Squadra, besides during Pride Month. But yeah, I think that is something that maybe Marvel has over DC, and is that ever since the creation of Marvel with Stan Lee and the X-Men have always been about marginalized people, whether that is queer people or people of color or anything of the sort, and they have been really good with their symbolism. Unfortunately, it has been lost with time, and because there have been waves of conservatism, there's always going to be like waves of conservatism going up and down during specific time periods, but at least we know that the X-Men have always been supposed to represent the marginalized, and they still are like characters and have like their own romance arcs without it having to be like secluded into like Pride Month. And I don't like that they're just paired up as a team during Pride Month. Like, again, it just feels bandery. It's DC that created the first actual gay character in comic. Well, it goes to show that if they created the first character in comic, then how come we don't know about them? Like, look, I'm not trying to pin the others like two comic book giants against each other. I don't know enough about either of them to really like do any comparisons, but it really comes to show how at the end of the day, you know that like you are aware of what the X-Men represent and what they do and what they are for, versus oh yeah, the C made the first gay character, but you don't really know about them unless it is like actually said by like a super fan or by someone who actually knows about DC. The OG Green Lantern from World War II. Yeah, like I honestly, Green Lantern is one of like not one of the more well-known characters from DC. Like, like people know he exists, but they don't know about him. It's just like, yeah, this guy gets a ring, and he had superpowers. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that just because you made the first gay character, it doesn't mean that you have the best gay representation. I don't know who the fuck Al Jordan is. Al Jordan is. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about at this point. A live-action Green Lantern movie is what everyone knows him for. I did not watch the live-action Green Lantern movie. I mean, I know about it. Haven't watched it. I just know that it's a Green Lantern movie. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I know that Green Lantern exists. I just don't know his character. I don't know what he stands for. Well, I guess that's why. But yeah, you see, sometimes being the first isn't going to equate to being the best, or to having the best representation or the most representation. And this is coming from someone who is an ace person and who doesn't think that most of the ace representation is like good or whatever. They know him cause of shit. Then that's bad. You don't want your only queer or like your most popular queer character to be known because the movie is shit, or because the most well-known representation of them is from a shitty movie. Still not done with the ducks, but it's so cool. I'm so sorry. I know that internet is really, really bad on the northern hemispheres. I'm so sorry. But yeah. I don't know how queer themes on comics came up. But yeah. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, Dispatch has been censored on the Nintendo Switch? Boo! Cowards. Wemple is Arrow Ace, but... Yes, I know about Wemple. I think that she's a good representation. I think that people tend to forget that just because you're Arrow Ace does not mean that you are... that you are, like, devoid of any type of attraction, or devoid of being able to appreciate people. Like, I still get crushes on fictional characters. Because, like, it is, like, something different. Yeah, Dispatch has been censored in the Switch edition, it seems. Then again, Nintendo has always been, like, a very family-oriented thingy. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, like, you have not seen the things that I have said about specific fictional characters. But that does not erase my identity as an ace person. I think there's also that the recognition of, like, if they were real, I wouldn't like them. I wouldn't be attracted to them. Their quality of them being fictional, this was make them, I guess, different. I think that all nudity. Let me see. What has been censored? Curse words are bleeped out. Nudity is covered with black bars. Invisible Dream has muted sound effects. And no option to opt out from the censorship. So I guess Invisible Dream is still there, but it is like heavily censored, so it's muted. And I haven't played Dispatch, so I don't know how explicit it is. But I'd assume that it also would have had the nudity in it censored. Yeah. And again, disappointed, but again, it's Nintendo. They're like a very family oriented company. They don't really like. They're very nitpicky when it comes to choosing mature games to host for their platforms. Which is weird because they do host a ton of eroge. I don't know if they also censor the eroge, but yeah. I guess it doesn't really affect me because if I were to play Dispatch on stream, I would play it on computer. Since the performance would be better. It's rated 18 plus. If it's rated 18 plus, then preemptively censoring it is just dumb. But yeah. Girl Taku. Yeah. Like for example, I would believe that possibly a ton of Silent Hill games because I don't think that there's that much horror stuff on the Nintendo, but I do know that they have the Resident Evil series. I'm pretty sure that they have censored a ton of stuff. That's why I don't bother buying horror stuff on Nintendo Switches, unless it's like maybe an exclusive title that I cannot get anywhere else. Like for example, there's some specific Fatal Frame games that only came out like for like the Wii because they use motion stuff. Hi there. Are you a mosquito? Are you a mosquitor? But yeah, it's just dumb. And also, different companies. Like at some point, you just gotta take the L. Hi there, baby girl. Do you have a nice nap? I'm sorry, Rita just woke up from her second nap of the night. My biggest enemy is me, popping my one. Enemy is me ever since they popping 911, but you're another one. My biggest enemy is me, popping 911. Enemy is me ever since they popping 911 and pop another one. Man, this music video is gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if you guys like Lady Gaga or not, but I do have to, like, even if you don't like her, you do have to give it to her that she is a very good, like, concept artist. I really, really like her music videos. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I have a friend that loves Lady Gaga since high school. Honestly, she's kind of iconic. I also have loved her for a very long time. But yeah, she's just a very, very good concept artist, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. I don't think that I'll ever go to a Lady Gaga concert because I would die. But I have seen some videos of the chromatica of the balls that she does, and they're just such a beautiful experience. And I am a little bit sad that Alejandro is no longer on the set list for the balls because that is my favorite Lady Gaga song. Oh, one of my favorites actually. Mostly because of the music video. The music video is a work of art. Well, yeah. If you have not seen the 911 music video, I heavily recommend it. If you don't like the music, just mute it. Just watch the video. It is really good. It takes from Serbian films. Ale Alejandro, Ale Alejandro. So good. I think that I used to know the Alejandro dance. Like the choreography for Alejandro. I need to remember it. You know what's one very, very good thing about learning how to dance is that it is very good exercise. And like, I'm not going to dance in public ever because I would, again, I would die. I would disintegrate. But it is just a very good way to probably do exercise. I think that's why Zumba is so popular. Yeah, that's why Zumba is so popular. Is because you just move with the music. I actually love this one lyric in Transcendental Cha 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 by Tom Cardy. If you don't know who Tom Cardy is, he is the same person who also did Mixed Messages and who did like Red Flags, the one song about the date that is obsessed with Human Centipede. He also made a song called Transcendental Cha Cha Cha, which is really, really good. It is one of my favorite songs of his. And there's this line about how the multiverse, like there's like 3 bajillion universe, but every single universe has Zumba. Every single one of them. Every single universe will always have Zumba. I wish Deco from MHA was one of the pieces of fiction that I wish was like these AKO boss fights. I don't know. Just Dance was an exercise game all along. Just Dance makes you sweat the mission. I have Just Dance. I believe it's Just Dance 3 because it's for the Xbox 360 with the Kinect. And yeah, it is like a workout. I also have Dance Central because my sister was really, really into dance games when she was a teenager, and she was the one that actually bought the games. But I also tried them out, and they are a fucking workout. I was horrible at them because I was a child and I didn't have that much hand-eye coordination, but it was fun. It was a very good exercise. Favorite song for Just Dance? I don't know. I haven't played in a while. Let me see the Just Dance 3 song list. I wish Deca from MHA was one of the pieces of fiction that I wish was in these AKO boss fights. I don't know what that is, but I mean, I haven't really read MHA. I mean, I have read it. It's just that I stopped reading it after a while. I got really annoyed by the fan service. Very, very annoyed. Let's see. We've got No Limit, Pata Pata, Taken Me, Dance All Night, Baby Don't Stop Now, Pump It. Karina Uda Lejana. Video Kill the Radio Star, Forget You, Hey Boy, Hey Girl, Let's Go to the Mall, Beautiful Liar, Da Funk. This is Halloween, I Feel Love, Baby Zook. Ava Strings and Jump. Twist and Shake It, Baby One More Time, Boogie Wonderland. I think that my favorite would probably be, out of all of the ones that I'm seeing right now, it would definitely be Pump It. Yeah, Pump It. I'm saying Pump It. Rasputin. Rasputin was really good, but I don't think that it's from 3. I think that is from another one. It's either 1 or 2. But yeah, Rasputin is a good workout. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. There was a cat that really was gone. Aerodisco group Boney M. Yeah, it wasn't Just Dance 2. And it wasn't Just Dance 3, but it's a DLC. And the problem is that I couldn't play DLCs because my Xbox 360 is banned. Yippee! So unfortunately, I couldn't experience Rasputin in its true glory. I wonder if I can get my Xbox 360 unbanned somehow. But then again, I don't know if Xbox Live is still a thing. Now I just do Beat Saber. Ooh, Beat Saber. That would be a cool workout thing, I think. But I think that requires VR, right? If it requires VR, I wouldn't be able to play it. I would throw up. New Sabathon Cool. Force goes to play a VR game and watch them get sick on stream. For $3 bajillion. If you met a DC Comics fan and you want to torture them, say All-Star Batman or the New 52 was good. I know it'll piss me off. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I like rage baiting people. It's got to be okay. But you know, speaking about DC Comics, I did somehow have a DC Comics related dream. I mean, it was like very tangentially DC Comics related dream, but Robin, Damien, so Damien's Robin, was in my dream, and he was the son of a very wealthy woman, not a man, a woman. So I guess he wasn't the son of Batman this time. Okay, now I'll completely be back for real in a minute. Don't worry about it! Voice lines? Ooh! That's so cool! What are the voice lines for? I have been, like, very mildly into voice acting. I have only, like, one credited voice acted role. Which I will not tell you what it is. You're gonna have to guess. I will not tell you what I voice acted for. I mean, it's super old. You wouldn't even notice. Audiobooks. No, I think that my voice would die if I did audiobooks. Also, I don't think that you guys know about it, but my voice isn't super appealing. Like, in Colombia, for my culture, my voice is a little bit too high-pitched. Like, which is weird because Latin American people are have like higher pitched voices usually, but it's just not the standard for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird and stupid. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Sakunog. I just ran out of coffee, but don't worry, I'll refill it during an ad break. Damien was originally Dick Grayson's Robin because he was introduced at the time Bruce was not. Interesting. I do know that the Batman mantle was temporarily taken by Dick, but he didn't like being Batman. Or at least he was soft for the role, and Dick was like, "Nuh-uh, I want to be Nightwing instead because I'm cool." That I do know. But yeah, it was a really weird dream because I know that Damien is biologically Bruce's kid in some versions of it. But for some reason in my dream, he wasn't Deuce's kid, or at least if it wasn't explicitly stated. And for some reason, he was the son of Catwoman, which I know is not true. He is the son of an assassin lady that I don't remember the name of. It's just an audition for a role. Ooh, that's so cool. I get really nervous with auditions. Good luck. Good luck. And I hope you get the role. I would like to voice act one day, but I also get really nervous. I just don't know if my voice would fit any character. The only voice acted role I did was because my Talia Alcul, that person, yes. Yeah, I know that. Oh, so good. Is that a Heather's outfit? I mean, I'm sure that's a mod. Was Huntress Catwoman's and Batman's kid? I know that they do have a child in an alternate dimension, but I don't know if it was Huntress. Yeah, Huntress is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. From like one of the many dimensions. One of the many dimensions of the universe. By the way, fun fact, when Epic the musical was open casting on TikTok, I almost auditioned. Oh no! Well, that's okay. What's happened has happened, and you cannot change the past. So it's okay not to dwell too much on it. I have also like thought about auditioning for a lot of voice roles, but I get too scared. So like, I guess we're both on the same road. Yes, but no, it was but that universe doesn't exist. Hey, what if he wants to be Robin? What if he actually ends up just like being Robin, like because he likes being Robin? He could become like Alpha Robin. You never know. Like I do wish that Robin had more of an identity rather than Batman's psychic. I think that's why I like Teen Titans. But also, I never remember which. I think that Dick is the Teen Titans Robin, as far as I remember. But sometimes I think that it is Tim, and sometimes I think that it is that it is Damien. It's really weird. I know that there's also the Robin from Young Justice, which is another Robin. So like not Dick. I think that is actually Tim. But I know every song in the musical by heart now that the full soundtrack has been out. I'm glad. I haven't really listened to Epic the musical because I think that I wanna read the source material first. I wanna read the Odyssey and I wanna read the Iliad first because I have read some scenes and it's actually like a really fun read if you like overlook the sheer length on it. Dick Grayson is Teen Titans Robin, yes, which got some parts of Tim mixed in. Oh, interesting. But yeah, I do know that there's like they're different. So like there's Teen Titans Robin, which becomes Nightwing, so that is Dick. And then there's also Young Justice Robin, which I'm pretty sure is either Dick or not Dick, Tim or Damien. I don't know which one of the two. I've read them. That's nice. How do you think they hold up? Also, ads will start in 1 minute. Feel free to grab a snack, grab a drink, grab anything you might need during this 3 minutes of ads, and I'll be back for another half an hour, actually, because I usually end streams at 10. But I think that since I started stream late, oh my god, I accidentally opened Audacity again. God damn it. I'm just gonna remove that from my taskbar. But yeah, if you don't want to get ads, please do consider Please, do consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot. But it's okay, you don't need to sub. It'll just be a small break. You can go to the bathroom, you can stretch. Can someone yell at me to go through these lines? Go to those lines right now! Ooh. I know who can tell you to do your lines. Frida! Tell them to do their lines. Frida!
Go to your lines now.
See, Frida told you to do your lines, so you are going to have to do your lines. That's required now. Frida told you to. And as a wisp, you are required to do so. Like, that is a rule. Do I have a chain link brushing here? I think that I do. Give me a second. Don't you love my beautiful voice? It is so beautiful. My voice is so beautiful. I can barely contain myself. So, you gotta to love me harder. Okay, I think that this one will work. Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, this one works. I don't like that that the lines are so thin though. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Let me see, maybe I have another one that's just like that I added, but I forgot to add. Ooh, this one. Way better, yes. Rough solid chain brush, thank you so much. I would like it if it was more like a beaded chain, but that is okay, I'm not picky. I really need to learn how to make brushes and patterns for CSP because that is one of the main reasons why I haven't done the full switch. It's because I have a ton of patterns and a ton of custom brushes I use on Medibang. One of those is like a beaded brush that I use for chains. Tiny rough beads. I guess this one is it. Well, kinda. Maybe this one. Opacity. Oh, interesting. Can't I just make it so that it's not it doesn't have like any opacity to it? Maybe if I do multiply? I guess. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm just gonna change some of the angles of this, I guess. But yeah, I need to like create my own custom brushes for this so that I can start the transfer and do it more smoothly. Welcome back everybody who had ads. I hope that you enjoyed your time in ad jail. vecina la viejita que se casó en el cosa le gusta. Cito, se sube la y luego grita, ay, se da una vueltica y hace así, wey, y hace así, wey. Ula, ula, la, la, ula, ula, la, la, ula, ula, la, ula, ula, la. Before you ask, gosh, why don't you use the brush as like an eraser so that you can do this and it'll be easier? I like the irregularity when I do it manually. It was like art is school, being way too convoluted for your own good. This is how you get carpal tunnel. But I do it for the love of the game. So don't worry about it. Both Blanket and Crony would feed on the Team Justice League Dark. So true! So true. That will be so fun. I mean, Yomi told me that if I were a part of the supervillain world, I would be like the pet. I would be like the mascot. But you know what? Yeah. Why fight when I can make other people fight for me? I mean, I don't like being a pet, but I do like being pampered and treated like baby. Oh yeah, I think I will be on for another hour since I started later today. I really need to listen to Kensiona's new album. I haven't really listened to it. Sort of been procrastinating on it. I already listened to a couple of the songs and they're really good. Just really need like to sit out some time to like put it on. I don't know why, it just feels weird to put on an album instead of like a playlist when I'm working. It feels like I'm not like listening to the music or giving it as much attention as I should if I'm like doing a proper listen to it. There are many too. There are many Green Lanterns, but it makes sense. Space is big, and cops need to patrol their circle, the river sector. Which one would fit you? Crony and kids in green, yellow fear, red rage, orange greed, blue hope, indigo compassion, and violet love. Black representing death and white representing life. Well, obviously I'm black because I'm a ghost. Ooh! I like the transformative features of death. I think that death is given a bad reputation because people are mean. Where's the Cupid outfit? Right, it's on my Medibang. Boing, boing. There it is. Boing, boing. There we go. Raster. Boing, boing, boing. Ugh. This feels so bad. The conversion lines are really bad. Yet son is hope and crony is greed. Huh. Is that so? I think that crony's willpower, actually. Crony definitely is willpower. That guy is super motivated to do shit. And I don't know too much about Kid to really know. Like, I don't know much about, like, his real life. To really know what would fit him. But I think Crony definitely would be willpower. Like, that guy would like win everything if he set his mind into it. Radioactive, my blood is boiling, radioactive. And of course, he's doing a pee push right now, but it's because, well, he is chronically ill and he doesn't have many options for work right now. And he wants to help with his mom and be completely dependent on her, which I think is just a very noble cause.
Hola Mimi, ¿aburrida? ¿Estás aburrida? ¿Sí?
Crony's not a yandere. Not at all. I mean, I guess some of his personas are, but he's definitely not a yandere. Like, yeah, he like acts jealous, but he's not going to kill you, or he's not going to kill other people. He's just gonna get sulky. Also, sorry, my dad just came in. I wouldn't think he's great, to be honest. He actually isn't very possessive at all. Hi, Frida. Beetle is compassion. I do not watch Beetle, so I wouldn't know. When you're around me, I'm radioactive. Not a spoiling radioactive. Radioactive. Oh my god, I still haven't told my dad about the Juice concert. About the Joust concert. He's gonna kill me. He's not gonna kill me, he's probably just gonna feel sad that I didn't invite him. No! God damn it! I gotta, now that my dad came home, I'm gonna have to ask him to help me carry up uh the Frida's litter bag, because I asked for the biggest, like the biggest bag, so that we wouldn't have to buy again for a very, very long time. It's gonna be really difficult to carry by myself. Last time I tried to carry something that big, I did get a hernia, so I'm gonna try that again by myself. I wonder how Shalu is doing on his chess competition. Let me check. Is it still live? I mean, oh yes. Oh, but he's now playing Cult of the Lamb. He's no longer doing the chess tournament. I hope that he won. I really want to see another person try to eat ketchup covered Rice Krispies. That would be really funny. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum.
Gabriela.
Ir a recogerlo. Using the logic of DC's Absolute Universe, an absolute version of Crony wouldn't have the carnival, but instead be a freak show in a carnival. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I think that we're actually going to finish the line work today. That's great. An absolute version of Kitsune wouldn't be British. So true. He'll be like a Florida man or something. What is the antithesis of British? That is the question. Ugh, this song is so good. Honestly, this entire sequence is really good. This table is so lovely. You guys cannot see it because, of course, I'm not using my VTuber model. But it's just so lovely. I feel like I'm getting my drawing abilities nerfed because I need to, like, be sure my table is not wobbling too much. Also, vision of blue would probably be Naps the Blook from Undertale. That's a cousin. Naps the Blook is a cousin. Because you take away your happiness, what are you? Bold of you to assume that I am happy. Bold of you to assume that there's happiness under the smile. That was your first mistake. I really need to start doing more line art in CSP because I do feel like it's way sloppier in CSP than it is in, like, Medibang. Because I'm not used to the line variations in here. Go milk a cow! No! Fuck you! I'm not getting reported to the animal protection services again. Go do it yourself. I'm traumatized by that game. It's okay. I think everyone was. We are trauma bonded forever, so you cannot escape anymore. Yippee! Vente esa cinturita que por la disco se con tus amiguitas. Me muero por tocarla. Mírala. Pecado adorarla. Se ve su lengua medicina. Kitson got to enjoy his homeland. That is true. Kit, this is probably like a normal Tuesday for Kit. Ya que la eriza se ve su cinturita por la disco que va a bailar. Mírala. Se ve esa cinturita por la disco que va con sus amiguitas. So true. Honestly, doing ruffles is both so daunting and so difficult to do at the same time. It's actually kind of insane. Oh, I'm sorry. The battle royale is only as a redeem. You gotta do it with sacrifice. Yes, with sacrifice. You gotta do this. You're only allowed to do this if you're actually sacrificing yourself for Frida's honor. There you go. Coquechisa. Claro que da risa. Una pastilla que la eriza. Mírala. Se ve esa cinturita. A disco. Con sus amiguitas. Muero por tocarla. Mírala. Okay, I think I did it. Yippee, I did it! Now the part I hate the most. The shoes. I really need to... I'm gonna add some shoe studies to my art studies for Friday's stream, yeah. Also, again, I'm so sorry if you listen to some sounds of like shifting or moving. It's because I don't have my rug right now and my desk is really wobbly without it. En la ciudad. Also think that I need to add the the semi-translucent part over there. Yeah. Ella, poderosa una estrella. Kitson needs to react to Don't Hurt Me I'm Scared. So true, so true. I love that series. He needs to watch that. He needs to watch it from the beginning. and then watch the second season, and then watch the extra content. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. Also, won the Battle Royale. Leo! Congratulations on being the most bloodthirsty wisp ever. If it's ever going to do like a "Don't hug me, I'm scared" reaction, he better invite me, or I'll haunt his nightmares for 3 bajillion years. I'm gonna send Bob to his house. No. Iba ella, poderosa una estrella. Una musa. I still am so upset that kid didn't get any dreams related to Thank Goodness Amir. God damn it. I'll get him next time. Don't tell him that I said this. Who's your favorite in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? Harry. I like Harry. He's my favorite. I also like his very monotone voice. I just like his character arc overall. It's just really good. Mon amour. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Yellow Guy's dad, to quote Yellow Guy, my dad is a computer, so true. Okay, I'm actually back. I did it. Yippee! You did it! Congratulations! I hope that it goes well. I hope that you get the role. Santo amigo. Hi there, Frida. What is it, baby girl? No, stream is not over yet. Sorry, baby girl. I know. These evil people are stealing my attention from you. How dare they? Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-dum. Uno tal para cual. Uno tal para cual. Uno tal para cual. Hello, Wave. Yeah, I'm no longer hacked. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I already did all of the security stuff so that I'm no longer hacked. It was very scary. It was a very scary thing to wake up to after like my nap. Alter the code with acrylic marker. So true. Doodle with me. I love when people draw with me. It makes me feel happy. You're good. Well, at least it didn't go to like worse parts. At least they didn't kick me from my account. Heh. Rookie move. That is a rookie mistake. Well, how are you doing, Avia? How has your day been so far? Uno tal para cual. Uno tal para cual. Para paparam. Para paparam. Para paparam. Para paparam. Para. Ooh, I'm so glad that you are practicing on art. That is great. That is amazing. I love practicing art. By the way, we are doing on an art study stream on Friday. If you are interested, I would really enjoy your company. Oh my god, Frida right now is having a tantrum because I'm not paying attention to her. I can hear her meowing in the background. Baby. Yippee! Pick a color! Orange. I know, very, very surprising. Why does Kitson deny being British? He's in denial. He's in denial. He just hasn't reconnected enough. He hasn't gotten his memories back. Yes, I want some face. New face, new face, new face, new face, new face, new face. So true. I lost the orange. No! Find it again! Since I have to take meds, this is a reminder to take your meds if you need to and haven't. Yes. Everybody take your meds right now! I take my meds before stream, so I am good. Well, usually. We do not talk about the day I forgot to take my meds. I don't talk about that. Yes, I want some face. I want to take my meds. Take them now! Take them now! No! New face, new face, new face, new face, new face. Hey, we want some 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 new face. Hello, Stefan. Oh my god, I'm blind. Stefan, why would you do this to me? That's so mean. How dare you? I will remember this forever. I still need to ask Crony about screen effects so that my screen becomes blurry when you take on my glasses, so that it's accurate to real life. No! Wait. I can float! I got blowed, you bozo! Your superior height won't stop me. Also, it is almost time for me to raid out. So, let's disable raids. Let's disable raids and oh wait, I can just like check who I want to raid out to. I did not factor in the floatability. The mission, how fucking dare you? I'm going to remove that VIP slot. Mods, kill him. Yeah, what the fuck? I wanted to do my dashboard. Okay, I'm back. Yippee! Yippee. I'm so glad. Don't ever doubt me. Fuck you. Anyways, I'm so glad that you took your meds. That is very good for your health. You should take your meds whenever possible. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me disable raids. And even though stream is almost over, it's okay because I will have another stream on Friday and another stream on Sunday. So, I've got a ton of stuff going. Let's see who is online right now. I know that Salu's online, I think. Desync is online. Jin is online. Ooh, he's playing Zelda. I fucking love Zelda. DJ Pyroid is online. He's playing Broom Sweeper. Ooh. Cubs is playing Rivals with Squappy. Amanda the Adventure. Wait! It's been a long time since I've been able to raid out the lamb. I'm gonna raid out the lamb. Yeah.
¿Has comido hartas o no?
Pues es que yo he estado comiendo periódicamente.
Ah, bueno, porque eran 24 y solo quedan 2. Ah, bueno, mira.
No, déjalas ahí porque yo tengo una acá.
No, pues déjala.
Sorry, my dad came in. He was asking about the chocolate bars, if I had been eating the chocolate bars. But yeah, we'll be rating out to Lambriel. He's a cool guy. I like his streams. And I sometimes chat in his streams, usually at the start, because usually I am either on stream or about to start stream, so I cannot stay for too long. But I like his streams. His streams are cool. So yeah. Also, jokes aside, I do actually think the I have a cover on YouTube. I worked really hard on it. That's good to mission. Remember your place. Alrighty, I think that we did pretty decent progress. I do feel like I have become way slower on my art, but I guess that is something that we will be trying to improve on Friday. So I hope that you guys enjoyed stream, and I hope that you guys enjoy chatting with me. Let's already start the raid. Let me switch out to my just talking screen. Yippee! So, thank you guys so much for coming, and remember that I do have a stream on Friday. It'll be a night stream since Monday we did games with Kit. As for social media, you can find me on most social media as Blanketer Ghost. My mains are Tumblr and Bsky, but I am also on Twitter. Also, I have my YouTube channels, The Blanket Ghost for regular videos, speed paints, and covers, or my bot channel, Blanket or Bots, where I upload all of my past bots, so that if you ever miss a live stream and you cannot see the Twitch bots, you can at least watch the bot there. Yippee! Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, my commissions are open, my Beijing commissions are open. Feel free to check them out if you want to get a commission from me. I do most of my assets, as you can see, except for this background. This isn't mine. You can check the credits below. And also, I do have a cover that I worked very, very hard, and I hope that you guys like it and enjoy it. Yes. And oh yeah, also, if you want to be more informed, feel free to check out my Discord. We've got a little tiny cozy community for all of the wisps, and if you are a sub, get exclusive perks. So feel free to check that out. I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a good evening, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, and bye-bye!